Hello everybody, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, and first of all, why is there no music? Okay, there's sound. At least there's... Wait. Okay, yeah, there's sound. There's people up and home, so I'm just gonna trust them and hope that they don't scream their social security number while I'm in the middle of recording. And I'm gonna get where there's music, because I need it. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. Sayori isn't answering the phone. That's a bit concerning, don't you think? I considered going to her house to waking her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Yep, that's too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner here and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. Seriously, where's the music? The only thing entertaining people is my voice, and that's not... I need music. I don't like it. I don't like the music. But when it disappears, I feel like something's wrong. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way about Natsuki. Same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Billy Bob! You're the first one here. Is there... Okay. Sure, yeah. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing the booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. Oh god. I gotta stop right-clicking. I'm just gonna hit spacebar. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. Why Monica? So that's what I'll be performing. Why can't I choose the poem? I get no choice in this game. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days you think on days that's important, you try a bit harder. I just realized it's Sunday. Why are we at school on a Sunday? You really care about a festival that much? I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing that it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone and wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Billy Bob. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. Of course, I'm the club president, so I stalk all of my members. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sarah really tell her that quickly? Tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? Are we? Oh yeah, I did kind of... Never mind, I picked the wrong option. I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. That's creepy. That's creepy. I knew she was a killer. Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Also, that's my desk. I have the most annoying desk on the planet. So just, you can ignore that. That'd be nice. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help the people in the take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I am very loud right now. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems for the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. Alright, that's normal. That's normal. I don't know if I want to read all that, though. Percent sign. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Yeah, I'm good. Get out of my head, get out of my head. Yeah. Oh, there's more. Oh, goody. Goody gumdrops. There's more. This makes me happy. Get out of my head before I know what's best. But before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem's never actually finished. It just stops moving. Huh? Why do you do this, phone? Every time I go to record. Every time my phone does this. Go away. Stop. interrupting my recordings. Also, I'm pretty sure Monica told Sayori to kill herself, but that's okay. That's normal. That's normal. She writes poems like that every day. What is this? What's this? Reading this poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Billy Bob, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's the same. Writes like that every day. More than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori. So, well, all right. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always been. That's all she needs, and that's all I want to give her. That's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer. She's not picking up the phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. I don't feel good about this. I don't have a good feeling about this at all. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something a boyfriend would do, isn't it? No, I don't think that's typically what boyfriends do at all, actually. That doesn't seem normal. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to end a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Say, oh, 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 no, 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 that's no, 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 nope, 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 no, 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 that's, that's cool. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nope. That's what? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. I thought it was joking. I mean, it's still not a horror game. It's not scary. But like, I thought it was just gonna be a normal anime game. What's this? That's normal. It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. What? I knew that. I did. Okay. I repressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, told Sayori I had to be there for her. I told her that I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. I knew it was a bad option. I knew I should. Okay. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it was for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. Oh God. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like I always have been, I could have prevented this. I know we could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Oh God. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and trust on the. It is. It is. And actually, I have a save. So I'm going to do that after this. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. No. Stop, game. I swear. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. Oh, no, not another one. Alright. No! Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay. That's normal. Doki, yeah, okay. I don't know what this is. But there's no new game. It's only load game, which means is there more? Load game. Yeah. Yeah, so I can try something different. Characters / Sayori dot. The file is missing or corrupt. Save file is corrupt. No. What? Music's not normal. What is this game? I see an annoying girl running from the distance, waving around. How am I gonna play this without her? The girl is blah, 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 my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making a day, but it just works out since you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more frequently. Start tired of waking up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running away. However, I just sigh in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Oh, okay, alright. Okay. Wait, can I just... All of my saves are gone. All of them. What am I meant to do? Oh, so are we just gonna ignore what just happened? Wait. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. This isn't this is new. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. That's what more Sayori is for, you know. I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time in games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there'd be any girls in it anyway. School day is just as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I even know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't anything that interests me. Besides, most of them will probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice to start with the anime club. Billy Bob? Oh! Okay! That's normal. Not normal with the game at all. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? No, been about 5 minutes. Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we really don't, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me feels so genuinely, feels a little... What did you come here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, and then how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy, and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature club. Literature. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's actually kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. Yeah, only 3. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Nope, not boring. Nope. Nothing boring about literature, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? So, you gotta join the anime club, but this other club's got girls in it, so... Hey, Billy Bob, by any chance are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at very least visit my club, then it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. I mean, there's no cupcakes, so... You know, no reason for me to go. Besides, how could I ever refuse to someone like Monica? I mean, somebody that told your friend to kill herself in the past life, I'm pretty sure you could have plenty of reason to refuse her. Sure, I guess I could check it out. I mean, is this an alternate universe? Is this just a new game? Sayori doesn't exist, because that's a topic that I want to discuss. You're really sweet, Billy Bob. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica, and her ears a smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Oh, all right. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. I'm pretty sure you said that before. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Billy Bob. I never said I was joining. Although the way this game is going, I'm pretty sure it's going to make me join. All words escape me in this situation. This club, full of incredibly cute girls. This is the same exact thing. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I didn't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. I thought Sayori was the vice president. Something's wrong, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Not quite sure what's going on here. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Billy Bob in a classroom and he decided to come check the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought someone new? So she can make cupcakes? I was gonna, well, you know, sorry. I didn't forget that, I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Billy Bob? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't any more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort and starting something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature, or my YouTube channel. You have to work hard to convince people that it's both fun and worthwhile, again, like my YouTube channel. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow to this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Destroying humanity and making their club members kill themselves. Monica must have really worked hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea hope you enjoyed a good book? I wouldn't know, because I don't read, nor do I drink tea. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... You insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Billy Bob, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about Yuri? What about you, Yuri? Am I gonna have to play the entire game again? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, what about Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up she finds more comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yeah, the game kind of did that to me. Just a little bit, Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately try to grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. She is. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Dark and depressing and scary. Is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or it takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I wouldn't know about that. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the club meeting last night. So naturally, I picked it up and read it. So naturally, I picked it up and read it at the last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud." And give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? I mean, they're in a literature club. I mean, that makes sense. But maybe if you share some of your work, you can set example by help Natsuki feel comfortable sharing hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone's even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like it's a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Billy Bob? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I will only come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I'd join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought, These girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Billy Bob. The thing is, we don't have enough members to yet form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find a new member before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Again, they're guilt-tripping me, and I don't feel good about it. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay to spend every day with these beautiful girls, of course I'm gonna do it. It's worth it. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the liquor club. I'll join the that word. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. I can speak English real good. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Billy Bob? Yeah. It could be fun, right? He really did scare me for a moment. If you really just left after all this, I'd be super mad. Billy Bob, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to make sure you have a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Billy Bob, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. I can also feel the puberty welling inside of me because I keep going like this while trying to read. Ugh. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait! Oh boy, another completely normal video, or completely normal day in literature club. With that, I depart from the classroom and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Atsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Would I really be happy spending every day at school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer with one of the girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So, you unlocked a special poem. Would you like? Of course I would. I love Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sure that's ketchup. They were eating a Whopper while eating this. They just spilled their sauce. You know, it's nothing really. Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how blank feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left the memento of the occasion below. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's real cool. Okay, so alright, guess we're ignoring that. Alright. That's cool. Can't quite put my finger on what that poem was about, but I'm gonna save. I feel like saving is a good idea right now. Alright. This is a new one. I've never seen this one, unless I just didn't pay attention. Electricity. What if I just picked the most depressing words ever? Dark. Hopeless. Captive. Wrath. Picking the worst words that I can possibly pick. Infallible. Massacre. I think I saw suicide one of these words before. If I pick that, I'm sure it'll win greatly for me. None of these are really bad. Aura, I guess. Shame. Yep, there we go. My favorite word. The word that I think fits this game the best at this point. Sadness. Do. Grief. Do. I feel like there's a lot of new words now. Fear. Oh, what word did I just pick? Did it tell me where? Nope. I don't know where it is picked. Graveyard, I guess. Agonizing. Promise? There's no bad words in that one. Universe. Why does she like all of these ones? She hasn't jumped once. Is she the next one to die? Okay. Unrequited. Alright. Totally normal poem. Maybe. Hi again, Blue Bob. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I'm the last to come in, so everyone's already hanging out. There. Oh! Alright. Don't know what that was, but okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, Billy Bob. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst in literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, okay. Alright, okay. Alright. This is completely normal. And it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You're ready to be dragged in here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here hanging out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Why are you above the line? Why are you above the words? Why are you overlapping the words? I can't read that. I can't even read it. Alright. Okay. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Now, what does it say? Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Okay. Okay, the music sounded weird. I swear the music's different, right? Am I going insane? I swear the music was different. Natsuki finds herself stuck. Yeah, I already read that. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Billy Bob. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Natsuki shoots her eyes with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget it. I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that you thought you might enjoy. It's a short. The music's not normal. I swear it's not normal. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. We could, discuss it if you wanted. Having deja vu. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, even despite me not reading this. Thank you. I'll definitely read this. Yeah, I don't know if this is just repeating everything I've already read. In which case, I think I'm wasting my time, but I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book, and I can't help but notice her expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks the same as the one she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me when our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper more into the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I might have sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so. That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye cover on the symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. The people trapped in there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to. That might be little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. Didn't she describe it differently in the first part of the game? I feel like she went way darker this time. But, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's exactly how she said it. But I'm pretty sure she described it way lighter than that last time. Anyway, The book, I mean, not the one about the limbs. Oh, it's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it's gonna be a nice story, so the dark turn came out of nowhere. Are you? Her opening words were, "It's about a religious camp that turns into a human experiment prison." That's not very light. So that dark turn did not come out of nowhere. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy this kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri's into those things. That's why she's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be totally different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind of challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is so full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Oh! Okay. Why does it look like that? Okay. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Yeah, just a little bit. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets into trouble. What? Huh? What? What? Whoa! Okay. What did it say? And why did it do that when open history? I'm gonna go back at look back at the recording and see what that said. A future editor me to save the day. Quick before the video resumes. In case you were wondering what that was, the picture that was when I hit history. Here it is. It's not exactly the most pleasing thing. And I didn't even get to see what it was when I first opened it. But there you go. In case you were wondering. You're welcome. I know you were really wanting to see that. Anyway, continuing the video. Okay, so I went back and looked at the recording, and it said, I'm gonna throw it up on screen. It said, my whole body gets incredibly blah 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 blah. Okay. But after I went in my files to look at it, my game decided to crash, and I had to go back through it. And when I had to redo the poem, I picked mostly the same words that I could, and the last word I picked was cry. And when Yuri jumped up, she did not look normal. I can't describe it, and I don't have a picture of it, but she didn't look normal. So I'm just gonna ignore that. And then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Okay. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. Yep. Okay. Okay. Kind of forget to pay attention to the people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? Yeah. Yeah, sure. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put in my bag. Alright, if it's fine if I stay here, right? There's a bit of the seat next to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? Seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's almost as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, but maybe a little distracting but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? I say bathing in the feeling of your body heat? What? Okay. Yeah, you really apologize, don't you? You're just gonna ignore what she just said. Because that's normal. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk next to Yuri's and hold the book more between the two of them. The two of them? Or the two of us? Between the two of the desks, I don't know. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that kind of makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I did the same with my arm, but right on the right side of the book. That way, when I turn the page, it slides to her under her thumb, and after it flips to her side. There we go. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. What? Her face is different than the first time that I said that. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses and things like that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else. Never mind. I don't like that face. I don't like that face at all. We didn't even get that far yet. Why is she so defensive over me saying that that character reminds me of her? So I don't know why that came out. Don't know why that came into my head. Are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts a hand on her chest to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. Totally fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Bebop? Did something just happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so nothing alarming. Is she cutting herself? Is that what she's doing? Because when we were doing like the project thing, she was rolling down her sleeve and she was cutting herself. I'm pretty 90% certain that's what she was doing, cutting herself. Is that what she's doing right now? Because it seems like what she's doing. But, you know, I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure she's just getting a drink. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Why would she be a while? She's just getting a drink. Again, she's cutting herself. Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay. I'm gonna leave this episode here and I'll pick it up tomorrow. There's so much wrong with this episode. There's so much wrong with this game. I can't even fathom. I can't even comprehend how much is wrong with this game. There's so much. This is not a normal game. It started to get weird like in the last couple episodes, but now it's just messed up. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have another one out tomorrow. Gotta do a lot of editing with this video, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make new videos every day, sometimes, if you're lucky, if I'm lucky. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Like or subscribe, stuff like that, you know, all that good stuff. You should do all of it. Don't like twice though, because that one likes. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video.